So, I just had my 4th round of massage therapy in my life. I've been doing it the last few weeks. It's awesome. And I just got, this time she taped me up. So I've got this tape. You can only see it kind of poking out here on my neck, but it goes all the way down my shoulders and like a quarter way down my back. Super weird. I've obviously never had it before. I'm sure it's quite common for people that get this sort of work done. It's supposed to help release tension on your muscles, but yeah, feels weird. Kind of feel like a cyborg with wires controlling my neck. Is that weird? I think it's pretty weird, but it's pretty cool. Anyway, I don't think I'll be doing much with the van today. I'm actually going to be having a daddy-daughter day with my little Brooklyn today. So I'm going to go pick her up now, and she's going to be spending the rest of the day with me. Well, at least until dinner time. So that's the plan for today. Okay, so it's a little chilly today, typical Calgary weather. 17 degrees Celsius yesterday, which is nice and warm, and it was a perfect day. 1 degree Celsius today. Just a little chilly. So even though it looks beautiful out, yeah, it's still pretty cold. So instead of doing too much stuff on the van today, if any at all, I think I'm going to continue sort of the theme of my daughter right now, and I'm going to be building a fidget board for her. So I got this piece of wood right here. I'm going to measure it, cut it to the size that I need, and then I should have had this already. There. That's much better. So now we've got all this stuff that I got like from the everything here basically came from the dollar store, right? So all these little things, like not going to put the leash on, but like the dog collar, so she has the clip to play with, right? Kind of fidgety. Elmo rings, whatnot. Shoelaces are a big thing she likes to pull on. This is what you would put on the wall to hold your broom with. I'm going to double check this, make sure she couldn't actually hurt herself with that. Combo lock, maybe. I like the idea of her being able to spin this. Magnet plate with a whole bunch of little magnets, so we'll see what I can do. Obviously, she can't just play with these. Choking hazard. Then carabiners, more sort of fancy paracord. Velcro straps, which, you know, hopefully she digs. A couple more Velcro straps here, nice fluff plushie, and then we'll make it colorful with her name and whatnot. So that's the plan for today, is I'm just gonna build this up, take a day off, and then I will take a day off from the van. And then we'll deliver it to her tonight, and everything should be good. This will give me a good chance to sort of dig into a few of the new Ryobi products that I bought. The Tacoma had a 14-inch KB Voodoo bed rack on it. I don't have the Tacoma anymore. So I put the rack up on Kijiji. I ended up selling it to a guy in Grand Prairie who drove all the way down and back in one day to get the rack. So a little extra cash in our pocket. So we got the tools that we need that will you know, hopefully be helpful once we get to the van. Jigsaw, obviously. Let's do it this way. There we go. Much better lighting. Jigsaw. This we'll use today to cut the board. I know that's not the smartest idea, but honestly, I think it's probably one of the best saws that I have available to me in the garage right now. They had a great deal on, and the deal was buy this kit that came with a drill and a impact driver, along with 2 batteries and a charger, and you get a 3/8 there you go, 3/8 impact wrench for free. So I thought it was a pretty good promo. This I'm hoping will be enough to do my brakes on the van. I know ideally I would want a 1/2-inch impact wrench, but I did see a video on YouTube where the guy was pleasantly surprised with the 3/8 with an adapter. So we'll find out in the brake video when I get there. But for now, let's measure us a fidget board. Jigsaw worked really well. They are not straight lines by any means. It's a jigsaw, right? So that's okay. My little 10-month-old daughter's not going to mind so much. I am going to hit the edges with some sandpaper though, just to smooth them down a little bit. The second cut went a lot faster because of the orbital feature on the jigsaw, which is quite cool, but it's definitely more of a jagged cut. The first cut I just did straight, no orbital motion on it all, and it's smoother, not straight, but smoother. The second one is not straight and very janky. So, yep, just gonna clean those up with some sandpaper.
She'll be driving 6 white horses when she comes. She'll be driving 6 white horses when she comes. She'll be driving 6 white horses, driving 6 white horses. She'll be driving 6 white horses when she comes.
I get to use the grinder again. The little like dresser handle or whatever here. Let me see. It's got these little nubs on it. So like the way it's supposed to be installed is this would be the front of, let's say, the dresser. So the handle's on the outside of the dresser. And the bolts would come in from the other side of the drawer. And of course the bolts that came with this thing, they're just far too long. I'd have to drill through the back of the fidget board, screw these in, and then they'd be sticking out a whole bunch anyway. So I'm just going to grind these down and then hopefully just epoxy this to the board. We're waiting for a couple other things that I've already epoxied to dry. So we'll see how good that dollar store epoxy is. But for now, let's grind off some nubs. That sounds so weird. And now this will sit nice and flush.
Oh, we'll all come out to meet her when she comes. Oh, we'll all come out to meet her when she comes. Oh, we'll all come out to meet her. We'll all come out to meet her. We'll all come out to meet her when she comes. We will all have chicken and dumplings when she comes. We will all have chicken and dumplings when she comes. We will all have chicken and dumplings. We'll all have chicken and dumplings. We'll all have chicken and dumplings when she comes.
Things never going as planned is starting to become like the mantra of all of this. So this was a lot more, well, I don't want to say a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. But when you're working with epoxy and screws and stuff, it's just, it can get messy and obnoxious, and this board is so thin that every single screw I was putting into an item was going through to the other side. So then I had to grind off the ends of the nails. But there it is. I think she liked it. Seemed to anyway, especially the doorstop. I really wish I hadn't messed up the second one. But either way, it's better off at her mother's than here. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. But I didn't want to have a video with no van stuff whatsoever. So I think I'm going to rip that rubber floor out and give the entire van a nice wipe down. I was considering going to the car wash and spraying it out with a wand, but I really don't want to have to deal with all that moisture in there and then drying it out anyway. I'm just going to use some cleaner on the bare metal, and who knows, I'm probably going to end up finding holes and rust and stuff. That's just the way it is. But don't worry, it's not going to go on for too much longer. We'll all be done in a time lapse. And if you don't want to stick around, this be the end of the video anyway. Oh, but hang on. That probably looked so stupid, and I promise I'll never do it again. But until the next one, guys, just be happy, be creative, be weird, and most importantly, just be positive.